Supplementary. What will be the costs of administering the EV electric vehicle road user tax over that $1 million over the forward estimates of collection of the tax?
The Treasurer.
Mr President, they are the sort of issues that we're working through at the moment. There is no doubting there'll have to be system implementation changes. And this isn't being done, Mr President, in the forward estimates the next 4 years to be generating revenue which is going to do anything more than, as I said, potentially $1 million, and a chunk of that may well be in relation to the system changes. This is about preparing our state for a future where there are electric vehicles and there are no vehicles paying fuel excise at all. This is about looking to the long term. This is about long-term reform and saying if we're going to have zero emissions by 2050 and if we're all going to be driving around, or those of you that are still alive, driving around in electric vehicles, Mr President, in 2040 or 2050, whenever it is, then somebody, somehow, needs to be paying for the maintenance of our roads. And, Mr President, we think, inevitably, and the advice we're getting, as I indicated earlier, is that relatively soon, the cost of electric vehicles will be cost competitive to the cost of our current vehicles. And given that, significant numbers of Australians and South Australians will move to make that particular choice. Now, whether that's in 2 years or 5 years or 6 years, I don't know when that will be. I've seen various estimates. As I said, we've seen a lot of reports over the last 2 years at the Board of Treasurers about the preference and what the timescale of that might be in terms of how the technology might improve and how the costs might reduce. So there's no one concluded view in relation to that. It's unlikely to be in the next 3 or 4 years. It seems to be the majority view, but it might not be longer, might not be much longer than that before it's cost competitive. So I think if all of us are actually pledged to a zero emissions future by 2050, all of us need to start thinking beyond the inevitable opportunity which arises to play political games. Perhaps some of us might be prepared to look at whether or not we're prepared to look to long-term sensible reform in relation to these particular issues or not. And as I said, the Leader of the Opposition in another chamber didn't indicate a knee-jerk opposition to it. He said they would need to see the legislation. The Leader of the Opposition here has clearly indicated he's not going to be supporting it in this particular chamber. And he's entitled, Mr President, to put his view within the caucus.
Order.